Well, hello there, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. This is Kathleen, and I am a Reiki Master Teacher. I am a galactic shaman, and I am also a psychic and a very powerful clairvoyant. I am here with you today because I would like to teach you a little lesson about spirits in the astral plane. Let me get seated here. You are joining me here in my healing room at a little psychic boutique called Laughing Gypsy. That's located in East Bremerton, Washington. If you're ever in the area, stop by on the weekend. I take walk-ins on the weekends. But anyway, let's get back to the topic of today, which is spirit attachment. Yes, spirit attachments. Okay, so what is a spirit attachment, you may ask yourself? Okay, a spirit attachment is a dead person or a soul that is not crossed over into the light. This is someone who has passed away and is lingering in the lower astral realm, and they're refusing to move on. And that can be for many, many different reasons, some of which could include being in a state of confusion at the time of death, like say someone who has Alzheimer's or suffering a similar, mental condition. Sometimes they die and they die in their sleep, and then they don't know they're dead, and so they get up and just continue their day and their existence, like it was before, and they're starting to get pissed off, like, why is everybody ignoring me? Why is no one talking to me? They don't realize they're dead. And many other reasons, but those are just a few examples. So why do they attach to you? Okay, so in their world, in the lower astral realm, depending on their emotional state at the time of death, their world can look very dark and gray, own personal hell, if you will. What they perceive and see in the lower astral plane can look anything from like hell to purgatory, anything that they were conditioned to believe, or had a very strong religious, binding to about the afterlife. That is what they are going to perceive. So the reason that they attach to you is because they're in this kind of dark world where everything is, black and white and gray. And then they see this bright light float by, and it's like, ooh, what was that? Okay, it's like the cat chasing the laser light. They see this light and it feels good, it feels warm, this light feels safe, and I'm gonna go there. And that light is you. Okay, and that light is you walking around with unhealed trauma, with cracks, holes, rips, and tears in your aura. Some of you have auras that look like Swiss cheese. Okay, I'm not going to lie. I'm just telling you the truth. And so these access points, these holes, rips, and tears, is how the spirits actually gain access into your energetic field. They hook a line into you that looks very much like a umbilical cord. We call that an etheric cording. They'll usually attach into your root chakra first, and they will literally feed on you, and it's like a parasitic relationship, and they live life vicariously through you. These dead humans who attach to the living will make the living have a lot of symptoms. So I wanted to go over those symptoms, of how you have a spiritual attachment. Signs and symptoms of spiritual attachment, okay? The first one is scattered thinking and like extreme brain fog. Like you can't put a thought or a sentence together. You can't think straight all of a sudden. You feel just really scattered and you can't like get with it. You can't wake up. You feel really super, super tired, drained. Though that's definitely a sign that there's something up. There's something going on with you. Okay, then there's more. Okay, dropping things, breaking things, sudden onset of anxiety or even a panic attack, or sudden onset of depression where you were like fine the day before, then you wake up and you're feeling like suicidal. That's definitely a sign of a spirit attachment. Okay, having uncoordinated movements and being really clumsy, those are signs of attachment. Also, feeling exhausted, feeling angry or hostile, doing things that are out of character for you. Also, cravings for alcohol, for sugar, for fattening foods, sex, pornography, gambling, etc. Also, dark and or obsessive thoughts are all part of signs that you have encountered or had a dead human attaching to you. And let me tell you, there is a sea of dead people out there. Most people don't think about this, how many actual souls there are out there that are just roaming this lower astral realm. I can tell you it's in the millions. There's millions. It's a sea of dead people who are in one way or another living off of the living. And this can be very bad. Because the longer that a soul, an entity, a being, a person stays in this state, the more of the humanity that they lose over time, and they actually wind up becoming monsters themselves. And this is where humans can actually turn eventually into demonic entities. And I would like to bring up the example in the movie The Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit, those series. There is a creature there, and his name is Gollum, and he is obsessed with the Ring of Power. The Ring of Power basically turns him from a hobbit-like creature into a monster. So the same kind of thing happens with this continual parasitic activity by the dead upon the living. They feed, they get the taste of it, and it grows from there, more and more, darker and darker, deeper and deeper, and then that's how they go down the wrong path, okay, as a soul. Because you're still responsible for your choices when you're dead, okay? And yeah, those souls will just have to go on living their lessons. But for us living, we really need to be aware of our bodies. Pay attention to these signs. And I will definitely be posting these somewhere for you to read, to have a list of things to look out for. I also have a book recommendation for you. And I don't think it's near here. We have to order that. I will send a link maybe to Amazon or eBay. I'll find a link for the purchase of this book, but it is called The Unquiet Dead, and it was written by a clinical psychologist who, through accident, wound up realizing what a problem of spirit possession we had in the mental health community, and that this is the actual cause of many of today's mental health issues, ranging from depression, anxiety, suicidal thoughts, all of it, schizophrenia. All of these things can be brought on by a spirit possession. And speaking of this, if you are possessed with a spirit of a dead person, you will actually feel the aches and pains that they had in life. You will develop some of the same thoughts and feelings as the dead person that is attached to you. I also wanted to bring up another point, that when someone dies and you are grieving them so badly that you cannot let them go, and like years pass and you're never able to let them go, that's almost a 100% positive sign that you are holding on to this person's soul and preventing them from crossing over. So those are all things to think about when it comes to what's happening in the astral realm with these dead people, these lost souls. I have been encountering this a lot in my work recently, especially as a lot of my clients are developing their psychic abilities. And I want to put out a warning there to all of you who want to develop your psychic abilities, that yes, as much as it's amazing to explore all of these, strange new worlds, it's very important that we also ground and come back to reality and stay protected. started, because these things, they can latch onto you. They latch onto me all the time. I have to clear myself off at least 3 times a day just to keep this managed. My clients are coming in. One the other day had 8 different she had parasites and dead humans all over her aura, and she was just carrying them around with her, and she had no idea. So having an awareness of when your body feels different is really important. Kind of scoping yourself for these signs. Anger attacks, sudden rage, wanting to just throw shit out of nowhere, like just like full on, wanting to have an adult tantrum fit, like road rage all of a sudden. Those are signs that something is trying to penetrate your auric field and feed on your energy. So some things that we can do to prevent this from happening is 1, grounding and clearing. I will link in the description of this video a meditation I would like you all to try that will help you to ground and clear yourself with the earth's healing energy. Secondly, shield. There's a shielding exercise I like to do. It's called the Angelic Pyramid. And I imagine myself like in a pyramid that's large enough for me to stand in. And I see at the 4 corners of this pyramid vents. So 2 here and then 2 in the back. Vents that lead out to the outside. At the apex of the pyramid, I see a hole, and I see a pillar of light come down into my pyramid and start filling my pyramid up with light. Once my pyramid is full of light, I see that light flush down, and I see black smoke come out the vents. And I do it again, and I bring it up, and this light fills my pyramid and then washes over me, down me, and out the vents. And this time, the second time, I see it as a gray smoke, and then the third time I see it as a white smoke. 3 clearing breaths with this angelic pyramid of protection, and then just visualize this pyramid of light. It can be made of light, it can be made of crystal, it can be made of whatever you want it to be, okay? Just as long as it's a pyramid around you. This is what's going to shield you from getting these attachments. Also, another way to kind of more permanently keep these things off of you is heal your shit. By shit, I mean your trauma, your issues, your unresolved pain, anything within you that is tumultuous, that is turbulent, that is unhealed. This is what is keeping you in this position of these souls coming, and latching onto you, because you've got holes in your aura and you need some healing on your aura. You need aura clearing and repair. And you probably very likely also need shamanic soul retrieval. Okay, so those are things that you can do and look into to prevent this problem. But I'm sorry, no matter how much work that we do on ourselves, there is always, no matter how advanced you get, you're always going to encounter attachments, because there's just as many dead people in this pocket of existence as there are living beings upon this dimension. So it's really important that we maintain our awareness of how our body feels at all times, and that we are also doing things to kind of maintain our energy. One of those things could be smudging, some Palo Santos, okay, some sage, clean out your aura, clear your house out, salt baths. You can also sprinkle salt on your carpets, let that sit for 24 hours, and then vacuum it up. That way any negative energy is being vacuumed up with it. If you'd like more tips or have any questions, you can always reach out to me at my email, which is elvinstarreiki@gmail.com. I will link that also in the description. Until next time, you guys, take care. And if you have any questions or have any ideas for future topics, I would love to hear them. I'm happy to talk about all my experiences and everything that I've learned. And I am here to help keep you in the know of how to keep yourself safe and spiritually protected. Okay, until next time, guys, take care. Talk to you soon. Bye.